This is your boy E with Off the Charts, and welcome to Off the Charts Media, where we focus on nutrition, fitness, wellness. Today, I got a very special guest. Have Leslie, my friend I met from the farmers market. I know she got some really good stuff for you. But let me just tell you, the information we share with you today is for educational purposes. It's based on personal experience. It's not for just medical advice. Okay, so without further ado, I have my friend Leslie.
Hi, Errol. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, honey. How are you?
Oh my gosh,
So?
I'm so glad you came and you could share with my followers and listeners about some things that you're doing, because I think what you're doing is amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Without further ado, could you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Basically, I have been kind of on a wellness path my whole life. Of course, growing up in California didn't hurt. I have sort of a thing for the outdoors and, just being healthy constantly. But I really started noticing some changes when I hit Nashville. And I think more than anything, this coming here was kind of a big change for me. I'd always just enjoyed really good health all my life. I've never had much illnesses at all. It really, and I say that because I am now 80 years old. This is what it looks like in my world to be that age.
Wait,
So
let's pause for a second right there. So you told me you're 80 years old.
yes,
So whatever you're doing something right, because you look amazing.
thank you.
So please share some more about that. Yes.
Well, I found that it's necessary to. I kind of got on a path. I've always eaten well. I've always been kind of doing some kind of supplement or something that would be in that neighborhood of things. I've never really been one to do much. I kind of don't do fried food very often. Basically, protein, vegetable, fresh and cooked immediately. Things like that are things I like to do. I am a big. I eat all. I'm an omnivore, I guess you want to call it that. I mean, I eat everything.
Okay.
So
Okay.
basically, with what I do is, protein, vegetable, and I food combine, which is something I learned about 20 to 30, about 35 years ago from a nutritionist, and
Okay.
she talked to me about food combining and what enzymes we digest with, and basically protein, and the deal was protein and vegetable, carb and vegetable, but not carb and protein, because that sets off a kind of a combination of it doesn't digest, it ferments in the gut is what happens when you do that.
Okay. That's
So-
very interesting.
Yeah.
And like I consider myself to be a vegan, just for saying vegan, but although I'm not a true vegan, but I'm very particular what I eat as well. And it's very fascinating. You said you eat everything, but you're very conscious about how you eat it. Am I hearing you correctly?
Pretty much, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like if you're going to eat a hamburger, yes, I love to eat it with it on buns and everything else, but really, reality-wise, as far as what I know I'm doing to my gut,
Yes.
no bread.
And you know what? That's one of the reasons why I decided doing my organic beverages, because I started studying about gut health outside of like being active and doing walking and doing 5Ks, and how you eat and how you think makes
Yeah.
a big difference. And you're a testament or a testimony of just that,
Yeah.
of what you're saying. So I think
I
that's,
mean, not only am I this age, but I'm on no prescription medicine.
see, now that's huge right there.
That's a big one. And on top of that, I don't basically pamper myself. Yes, I'll eat sweets and occasionally I'll have a cocktail, and things like that. But pretty much most of my life, I haven't really indulged in a lot of things like that. In other words, I've never been one to go home and pour myself and start drinking.
Okay.
Never. I'm just not interested in it.
Okay.
So basically, it's just me and how I enjoy living.
Yes.
But that doesn't mean I'm averse to it and I won't do it. It's
Right.
just that I'm not doing it a lot.
It sounds like what I'm hearing, that you're very intentional about what you do.
I think about what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I think this is the temple I get to live in this lifetime right now.
I
You know, I've got one to live in, and this is it. And I look at that as kind of like how I keep myself, you know, like you keep your house clean, you keep you keep your
Yes.
body or your temple clean. Yeah,
Well, that's fascinating.
yeah.
And you know, that's a lot of information, but at the same time, I'm sure that you have to build yourself up to that as you progress as well.
Well, actually, when I hit 55 years old and I was diagnosed from a local hospital here in Nashville with osteopenia, which was what my mother unfortunately suffered because she has full-blown osteoporosis by the time she was in her mid-60s.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, with the hump on the back and all the rest of
Yes.
it, and the hands were all, you know, fine, like this. Those were anything but that. But so anyway, I decided to do something about it, and I did find a place where I can shop online with a company that is actually a pharmaceutical manufacturing company that only does green, healthy, natural things. So everything in my household, because the fact is that every time we have 3 ways of ingesting something. Either we
Yes.
eat it, or we get it through our lungs, you know, we breathe it, or it gets on our skin, and anything that hits our skin gets a reading in the blood within 30 seconds.
Okay.
So the bottom line is that what's hitting your skin, if you're dealing with chemicals that you're bringing home from the grocery store to clean with,
Right.
you're toxing yourself out. If you put on skincare that has parabens and phthalates and other things in it, you're toxing yourself out, and those are hormone disruptors. So among other things. So basically, I mean, the list of those kinds of things it's giant. So I've made it kind of my purpose or my intention is to learn all about what that is.
Yes.
And in doing that, I've kind of come up with what I don't want to be doing, and so then I found a place of what I did want to be doing, and they provided it, and I still shop there. But the bottom line is that I found, and their science is clinically trialed, and you know they test and go everything. I mean they do all of it. They comparative analysis with other products and stuff. But anyways, the bottom line is that that's what I use. And I found that it's been able to, unlike, you know, some other things that you'll get, this stuff really does 98-99% absorption rate.
Right.
My body sees it as food.
Oh wow. Wow. And you know what? So what you're saying is like what you're putting on your body, what you're ingesting, all these things matter. It's just so like even if you're eating the right food, but you're putting the wrong things on your body, it's still going into
And it's still toxing you.
Yes.
And on top of that, you know, when you're you know, I mean, I guess what I'm saying is that you can't eat your way into it. You can't eat your way into what I've just done or what people see when they look at me, because I don't think that most people, if anyone, ever looks at me and says, "Oh, there's an elderly lady walking along there." You know, I don't look like, because I just haven't.
Well, I think you're a case study. I think people need to study, and you're moving by example.
I have a doctor at St. Thomas that absolutely has been after me forever to go into those clinical trials.
See that?
Yeah, that was even 25 years ago when
Wow.
yeah, this has been a while. But I don't know if I should name names, but he does a lot of research and with
Yes.
people like that. And he's a brilliant doctor. He used to be my primary. And he wanted to put me in several human clinicals, but there's no way I'm going to take a drug.
Got you.
I won't do it. For me, I find out what's going on with me. Yes, I do the medical world, you know, I do go to doctors, but then I am always able to find a natural way of dealing with it.
Holistic.
Yeah.
Holistic. And I found myself the same way. Like I try to stay away from the aspirins and the Tylenols and all these inhibitors to our body. I try to stay away from that. If I can find a healthier option, mushrooms or things of that nature. And that's where we first met at the farmer's market.
Right.
You was selling various mushrooms, and
I'm kind of the voice for the company Henosis at Farmers Market in Nashville, and they have been around as a mushroom farm for 20, oh no, 14, about going to 14 years now. They mostly provide for restaurants, for culinary, for cooking, but they do a medicinal tinctures, and I've been doing those now. Now I haven't added anything to this regimen that I've been on that's done this, up until then, and now, about a year ago, and I found that the mushroom tinctures. So I do all those, and they're making a huge difference, and I get people coming in every week about that, because here's the deal: feed your cells.
Yes.
Feed your cells. This is what has made the difference and why I look like this today. It's you feed your cells. You have to feed your cells, and it's not you can't eat your way into that. You can't. You can help it. You can do a lot for it, but you're not eating the same thing every day.
Okay.
So when you're taking a supplement, especially the kind which is I happen to feel the one I'm taking, is it. Then because I found one that has this kind of science with human clinicals and U.S. patents on it and things like that I know is real science. So basically, when I know I'm doing that, I know my cells are getting exactly what they need, because the way they manufacture or develop this, their science lab and what they do, is they're giving me a product that is absolutely like to the max, feeding my cells.
Okay.
To make a difference, to change things.
So
it reversed. I mean, I don't have osteopenia. I don't have osteoporosis.
Wow.
Because of that.
And you think, like,
I've got 6 of my girlfriends doing this, and they've reversed the doctor's report of they're not showing bone loss now.
Oh my goodness. And you saw firsthand how it affects your body over the years.
Yeah.
From your posture.
I mean, I'm at the age. My provider came out 2 years ago, and now I'm going to probably go in for another one, but came out a couple of years ago and put it to the home. They come out and do a home thing, and they did the bone density test on me on December of 2024.
Yes.
I'm in the green zone.
You know what's amazing to me is, like, we in a day and age where we have access to so much information.
Yeah.
But because we have access to so much information, we need somebody like you who can kind of break that down to us, because it gets to be too much. And when people get overwhelmed, they just stop and nothing happens. But you're saying, okay, I'm feeding my cells. I'm eating to support better cell production inside my body. I'm working from within instead of from without. Like, as a personal trainer, I do my fitness. I'm constantly working with people, and they want the outcome. They want to get cut up. They want to get big and strong. But the outcome is, for them to do that, they have certain things they have to do. They're going to have to make changes. It might be drinking healthier, eating healthier, being mindful of what you're eating and what time you eat.
Oh, that makes a difference too.
It makes a huge difference. So
I mean, if you want to lose weight, what I've always heard, and I actually did this when I was actually trying to lose some actual weight intentionally one time. Don't eat after like 8 o'clock at night.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things I tell people. I said, listen, we're going to change the way you eat. You eat with the sun. When the sun is down, you don't eat. When it's up, you eat.
Oh, that's interesting.
And to call it circadian rhythm of eating. And I do that, and I do intermediate fasting. And between the intermittent fasting, but I also do fasting as well, where I'm going to a couple of days where I have my choice things where I'm going to be drinking. It might be water, it might be tea, it might be I'm not doing no food. And what I find is that when I'm doing that, my body starts healing itself. When you talk about cellular, I understand that. Not that I'm like a cellular mastermind, but I know that because I experienced it firsthand. How when you treat your body from inside, it makes all the difference.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is amazing. But for somebody who's not at that level, okay, when I say not at that level, they can't grasp that. If you could explain to like a 5th grader what mushrooms they could take, like we know there's certain mushrooms, what would you say is like 2 or 3 mushrooms that they could probably take to help them with their bodies?
To someone who's brand new to this, Well, when I'm standing at that little farm stand in the Topeka Farmers Market, and the reason I'm doing that is so I can reach out and talk to people who would benefit, or which really much everybody will benefit from taking care of their bodies. But and there's so many people that come in and are so literally grateful, that I can actually, so I can take what I've accomplished with what kind of my intention was when I was 55, and they told me I had that,
Yes.
was to say, I was like going, it's kind of like, hell no, I'm not going there. It was like, I'm not going.
Okay. Okay.
But basically, I just was absolutely not going to go there. I mean, I just intentionally knew I was going to put a focus on when I get to, and I literally, the goal was when I got to this age right now, is like, I want to be in the condition where I can really enjoy my body and be in it
Yes.
and being happy with it.
Yes.
You go to sleep no aches and pains. You're not getting up and like like in the morning or whatever, and feeling like you're creaking just to stand up. And I don't have any of those issues.
Wow.
I mean, my hands and all of that stuff. I mean, there's no deformity.
Yes.
I don't have any of those issues. I still can wear low cut things and feel like, well, I don't look
And feel
horrible
good.
in it. Like, yeah, it's kind of nice. But more than that, it's just the feeling of experiencing life the way you did when you were younger, at this age.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. I still feel like I'm 30, 40, 50 years old as far as how it feels,
And sometimes mental too as well.
Yeah.
Right.
But I was, that was the intention. I mean, at 55, I was